So this was K.C.S.E 2007. Ways in which drug abuse could affect a Christian family. So the question was, give 5 ways in which drug abuse could affect a Christian family. It's just like how drugs can affect a family, any family. Number 1, it drains what? Family resources. Because you use the money for what? For drugs. It causes fights in families. It may lead to diseases, may lead to family breakups or separation. It reduces one's capacity to be productive in the family. You cannot be productive because most of the time, when you start drinking a lot, you start shaking. There are those people who are shaking nowadays. You cannot even hold the cup or even the spoon when you're eating, or even the plate. You cannot carry it for long. The food pours. Because you cannot be able, the capacity to be productive. And then we also told it affects your what? Your reproduction. It affects a lot. The other day there was a community there which was saying that the drugs that they are using, they cannot be able to bring forth a what? Offspring. And you're told and you're saying it's funny. But this I was telling you it leads to denial of conjugal rights. Actually. Because when it is time to raise for the occasion, your manhood doesn't work. Nowadays, if you're this young and it's not working, you've already started using drugs. Because a healthy person, it should work so effectively. If it is not working, you've already begun using. And you're being told don't use. And you don't do what? You're not hearing. Can you go clean your face? And you don't do what? You cannot. Can you stop doing? Can you stop? Unajua sasa unaathiri mpaka watoto wako. Now when the time comes for you to marry someone, and now the conjugal rights are needed, you do not what? And then you keep on claiming. You have so many claims. Oh, this is what happening. Oh, this is you're explaining yourself. What are you explaining? Especially those people who I know cheat. They cheat because they are trying, whether it can work elsewhere, everywhere. It is not working, so you are confused. Who is going to work? Where is it going to work? You're the one who's destroying yourself. If it cannot rise in the occasion, if in the morning you don't see it working, it leads to loss of religious values. Yes, that is another way that drug abuse affects Christian family. It's you lose your religious values because all the time you're thinking about drinking, or you start telling people, why are you going to church? There is no need of going to church. It's because in the mind the drugs have affected your what? Your brain. It leads to poor role models. You become a poor role model to your children and to the what? To the people around you. It also leads to crime, as I explained. And where it leads to also denial of conjugal rights is some people are so drunk. You get drunk, and it is not, if you're here and you've begun drunk, there's one time you drank, whether it was the first time or that time, I don't know, and you pissed on yourself. That's for every drunkard. Unajikojolea, you piss on yourself, or even you poo-poo on yourself. Yes. Or the most usual one, you puke. Puking is you vomit. You vomit like that, and now you go to your wife, you want conjugal rights. Who's going to give you conjugal rights? That's why you're denied what? Conjugal rights. Yes. And you cannot say it here. You say, oh, I cannot do that. And you know very well. You shit on your bed, alone there. You found yourself. You've already pissed on yourself, and you vomited on yourself when you're sleeping. That's why you're told, when you take alcohol, you make sure there's someone else there with you. Because sometimes some people sleep and they choke on their vomit and they die. It has happened severally. Go. You should be sensitized on these things.